Hello, all of you beautiful people. We are here. We have made it. It's the last round of La Boite's Store Treasure Cup. After just losing to Lucci, we go into the last round hoping to squeeze into the second place and get that pudding card. We go up against our good friend here on Red Purple Luffy. This player has been playing Red Purple Luffy for as long as I can remember. He's very proficient with the deck, so it should be quite the fun little exchange that we have here. Without further ado, let's get started into this game. So we start with the roll. We roll a 10 and they roll a 9. The dice, what can I say, have been very good to us this series of games. I still don't really know what you want. I think Red Purple Luffy really likes their first curve, so I'll opt to just take first from them. We don't mind going either or. So we look at this hand right now. We have 2/6 cost Luffy, Luffy Taro, and 2 searchers. It's not bad by any means. We do have the 2 searchers to get any of the mid cost cards, Sanji Pudding, Zorojuro, Frankie, so on and so forth. But I opt to be a little bit greedy and just mulligan it. It's not really what I want, and um, I can hope to get a lot of those pieces later on into the game. So they mulligan as well on their side, and we get started with this game. So drawing into the 5, let's hope we don't get too punished here. We end up getting 2 Frankies, Sanji Pudding, Luffy Taro, and a 2k Frankie. Honestly, very good going first. We have that Frankie as a 3-drop, and we do have the Sanji Pudding on 5. Luffy Taro following it up on 7, so very good. We gladly were not punished. So going up to 3, and we draw into the 4-cost green Zoro. Could be good if they decide to play like a Bon Clay. So here I opt to just swing 8 instead of calling out Frankie. The reason being is that like they're only 3 lives. I'm just gonna push here, and going on 5, I can always play Sanji Pudding on 5, leader effect, and playing Frankie on with the 3 remaining Dawn. We draw into another green Zoro, and here I actually opt to delay the Sanji Pudding by a turn because I just want to get rid of that Bon Clay. So I'm just gonna rest the Bon Clay, swing 5 with Zoro since they have 2 characters on board, and then 6 into lead, requesting a 1k out. I'll gladly also delay the Sanji Pudding because I won't leader effect here. I'll play Luffy Taro into Sanji Pudding next turn, and it's really explosive. The green Zoro will also just like tunnel whatever attack they want into it, so I don't mind that. And I don't have to worry about a Bon Clay that's swinging 7s at me from turn 3. So we go up to 7, pretty straightforward up until this point. They play out the new EB02 Nico Robin. And yeah, as predicted, Luffy Taro into Sanji Pudding. We can immediately draw. And then we're going to leader effect and go up to 6k while ramping a Dawn, 3 Dawn left. Now the decision is, do we want to play Frankie or do we again just want to swing heavier? And I think I opt not to I opt here not to play Frankie because they're going after ramping, they're going to 9 Dawn next turn. And I'm not sure if he runs it, but I know maybe some lists might run Linlin, and I don't want him to Linlin my Sanji Pudding off the rip, so I'll opt to just play the stage, swing 8, again, request 2 cards or bring them down to 1 life, and protect the Sanji Pudding from Linlin. It's really important to always play around these kind of cards. Be aware of how much Dawn your opponent is going to. Instead of just playing the Frankie, sure, it will ramp you, sure, it's a body, but that body's not going to be that useful if they play Linlin. So they swing 6 at us. Even though we're at 3 life, I opt to give them the 1k because I expect a boss monster coming down, and I don't want to go down to 1 life just yet. So we'll counter with the 1k where we can, and then take the 10k Luffy swing. We're drawing into a lot of counter, so that's really good going into the late game. We don't have a Gum Gum yet, and we don't have another body to really play here other than Zorojuro, so I think the play here is probably just to play Zorojuro. I could also play the green Zoro, rest the Robin, and sort of just swing in, but I swing 8 first just to see what they do, and they give us a 2-1. There was an argument to maybe play the Green Zoro here and then just swing again, forcing a Gum Gum. But I think this is better. Searching for our cards. We do get another Sanji Pudding, so that's always nice to have in hand. We'll leader effect here, ramping us back to 6 Dawn. And here, I believe we're 2 Dawn less than our opponent, so we could obviously play the Sanji blocker. If you guys have seen from these last couple videos, I really like playing him out. It's such an oppressive move for 3 Dawn, calling a 6k body. That's 6 cost as well. So we're going to swing 7. I don't think we're going to play the Sanji Pudding this turn. Again, just seeing what they do with this 7. And they actually opt to block, going Dawn minus and searching top 3. Hopefully not getting anything too scary. Because very quickly red purple Luffy can end up just dropping a couple big bodies, and without a giant in hand still, we have to be very, very aware of like what we're doing and how we're sort of protecting ourselves. And here I'm gonna swing 8, and they give us a 2k 1k with that Robin they just searched and the 2k from before, and we're just gonna use the 3 remaining Dawn to play out Sanji in case they go in aggressively again. Worst case, we can always block if needed. Still not finding the Gum Gum Giant. Alright, so this is a very pivotal turn for red purple Luffy. They really want to like establish some pressure here. Because we will end up just taking over the board. And wow, I wasn't expecting this card. They play out the 9 cost New Gate, buffing the leader plus 2k until the end of our next turn. So that's going to be quite the big boy to get through. And they swing 8 at lead, we take, and then 10 at lead. Not really comfortable going down to 0, but also not really comfortable giving 3 cards. I deliberate here, and I think I just opt to give the blocker. We look at their trash. We're trying to plan out our next attack. They are 8k, but maybe we can poke them for a little bit, try and rip a couple cards out. And yeah, we're just going to block. If we do want to use it to attack next turn anyways, we'd have to attach 2 Dawn to it. We could obviously just leave it as a blocker, but I opt to just block. We have access to another Luffy Taro Sanji Pudding here, so I think we're just going to rip that. I probably should have swung first, but just because they're an 8k base, I'd rather just get all the tools I have. And yep, with the Sanji Pudding, we draw into Gum Gum Giant, our savior. And now I think we're going to activate leader effect. Yeah. Just making sure of our Dawn compared to theirs in case we do want to play another Sanji blocker, but they're at 10 Dawn, so we are pretty safe to do that. And here we can start poking them. We're not expecting to take game here just because they are an 8k base because of Newgate. So I think our plan is to probably play the Sanji blocker. And so we're going to start with an 8. They give us a 1k. We could probably go in with another 8 with Sanji Pudding. Just attaching 1 Dawn. See what they do, and another 1k. And here I think we can just play the Sanji blocker over maybe Zorojuro. It sucks because our board is full, but I'd rather just have the blocker in case of any surprises. We do only have the 1 Gum Gum, so we'll just leave the 1 Dawn up and we'll pass. We have a bunch of 2ks though, so that's also refreshing to see. Also, just some thoughts out loud here. I know that next turn I have access to Green Zoro in case they play Nico Robin. So they're going to swing 6. We give them a 1k. We also have access to an Uso Hachi. So I want to try not using those cards. Our board is pretty oppressive. And yeah, here's reason to do so. They play a Queen blocker. Dawn -1, drawing 2, and trashing 1. They trash a Bon Clay. So whatever I do here, I want to try and do it without using Uso Hachi, and they still have 6 Dawn left because they leader affected the Dawn -1 that they had to use for Queen. So I want to try and not use Gum Gum for 1, because if I use Gum Gum, I'll stay at 7 Dawn next turn, and I can't use Usohachi. And I want to try not to use Green Zoro as counter either, in case with the remaining Dawn they play 3 for Nico Robin. And I want to rest both of them and maybe just go in. So keeping that in mind, a lot of restriction on myself. I don't want to use Green Zoro, I don't want to use Usohachi, and I don't want to use Gum Gum. If we're forced to use Gum Gum, we'll use the Usohachi first. So they swing 12 into Luffy Taro actually, indicating they do not want him on board anymore. I was kind of surprised last turn they just decided to go for life, maybe opting to just push us as fast as possible. We block the first 12, hoping that maybe they commit another 12. That way they don't have another blocker, and I can just give them a 2-2-1 with Fernosuke, Frankie. And even if they have the 2 Dawn up, we can rest the Queen and kind of go in with a lot of heavy swings. So they do indeed go 12, indicating another blocker is not coming down. Um, we want to use Usohachi because it's our only means of resting Queen. And I think at this point it's safe to just let go of the Green Zoro. But we don't even have to because we have a Frankie. So I deliberate here what I want to do. Definitely don't want to Gum Gum and don't want to Usohachi. So just thinking here, and I think I am gonna just give them the 2-2-1. I think I'm thinking really hard here because they did leave 2 Dawn up, and if I can't kill them next turn, I've bled so many counters this turn that it might actually be game. 2 Dawn up, 4 in hand. It's still kind of scary to get through. And I don't want to rip the Usohachi off the bat. I sort of want to just swing first. And there might have been an argument to just rip Usohachi, not to give them the chance to even block that swing. But I opt to just go 8 at lead and just want to like test a little bit. They still have a life, so I kind of have to get through that first. And I kind of want to see what they do once we swing 8. Obviously, if they block, we don't have to play Usohachi anymore. We can allocate those 3 Dawn to a heavier swing. So we're at a total of 9 Dawn right now total. So they're thinking really hard, I guess calculating if we have the 6 cost Luffy. And if we do, they probably then want to keep the Queen on board. So it's a hard decision here, a lot to play around. They end up taking the life, and because they took the life, I just ripped the Usohachi. And it's supposed to be rested, but they just ejected it from the playing field. So we're going to go in with another 8, and they give us a 2k, 1k, going down to 3 cards in hand. 3 cards in hand, I'll go in with another 8, probably expecting a Giant here. And yep, there goes the Dawn Giant, pitching a 2k, which I was kind of surprised to see because I was like, wow, they're rich with counter in hand. And we go in with another 8 with the second Sanji Pudding. Still 3 cards in hand. They still have a Dawn up. We haven't leader affected yet. And we still have 4 Dawn standing. So they do give us another 2 and a 1. And they only have 1 in hand, so they can't even Giant. So we immediately just leader effect. Ramp 2. And I'm not sure exactly 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not sure how many Dawn that is, but a lot of Dawn into what seems to be a brick on their side. Yeah, I think if they could keep the board for like 1 more turn, it might have been a lot for me to handle. Which is why I deliberated so long on giving those counters. But with that, it concludes the Store Treasure Cup. 5 rounds in total. And at the end of it, we actually, with our great tie breaks, ended up finishing 2nd place. The Lucci player lost in the finals and ended 3rd place at the end of the tournament. So it was me and Shanks taking 1st place and 2nd place. And we both received the Store Treasure Cup pudding card. I'll be showing it in a video just shortly. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.